Welcome back to Houston Life. When it comes to your dental health, missing, cracked, or discolored teeth might be holding you back, but our next guest can give you the bright, healthy smile you deserve. Dr. Michel Azer is joining us now with one of his patients, Alejandro Fuentes. Welcome, gentlemen, to you both. It's great to see you.
Thank you.
It's Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy
and
New Year.
Alejandro,
Yes,
I have a
Happy New
million
Year.
questions for you.
Absolutely.
We've been chatting during commercial break, and Alejandro, you've been married for 44 years.
Yes, sir.
You moved here from Mexico City.
Yes, sir.
I've seen the before and after photos of your teeth, and we're going to get into this story. Trust me, y'all don't want to miss this. But Dr. Azer, let's talk about oral health and having a bright smile, because there are so many reasons why having a bright smile can change, as your patients have said many times, it can change your life. You're not just a dentist, you're a periodontist, you're a gum specialist, you're an implantologist. Talk to us about your procedure and why it is so different.
Yeah, so our procedure, the way we do it in the office, is a one surgical visit where we take out all the teeth that have been inflamed or infected and existing implants, even as Alejandro is going to highlight for us, and then replace them with brand new implants or anchors into the bone. And then on the same day or within 24 hours, they receive a new set of teeth that will completely transform the smile.
We're seeing an animation now of how this process works. And one of the huge benefits, as you mentioned, this all happens in one day when the install happens, when the implant happens. But this is something that once a patient has the procedure done, Dr. Azer, they don't really have to worry beyond that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. I think the number one reason why a lot of patients would prefer not to see the dentist is that it requires a lot of dental visits that sometimes can be painful for them. And then we try to taper down all these visits to only one surgical visit, and then the rest of the procedure to perform the teeth is much more straightforward. It's more pain-free. There's not even numbing involved.
Wow. And the results speak for themselves. These before and after photos are absolutely incredible. And Alejandro, you have been through this process. I see your beautiful smile.
About a year ago, that's what I went through, this ordeal. But no, actually, it's a great experience. I'm really happy that I landed with Dr. Azer. Fantastic. His whole team is just like a family now, because obviously I had to, come back for maintenance and, whatever checkups.
Your before and after photos are incredible, Alejandro. And looking even at your befores, when I first saw them, I thought, you know what, these are not bad teeth. But then seeing the afters, it truly is so different.
Yes, sir.
And you had previously done, as you were telling me before the segment during commercial break, you had told me that you had done implants before. You had done them sort of one by one.
Right.
And they started failing. You were having problems with your mouth. Can you describe what was happening?
Right. As you can see in those photos that they showed previously, I've already had, extensive, different implants in the upper and the lower. The lower, we went to a trip and came back and fell off, and that's when that was like last year. 2022. Happy New Year to everybody. so it was like in 2022. I started missing one and fell off, and I said this is not good.
Not good.
So finally, after seeing 3 specialists that supposedly do this type of work, some of them, they couldn't touch me because it was very complicated what I had before. And I had done a procedure of implants in Monterrey, Mexico, and some people didn't there. Finally, I landed with Dr. Azer due to my regular dentist, and he recommended him, and he told me that he can do it. He did it in just one day, and obviously the recovery process is a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, but the whole mouth was upper and lower removed, and I'm so happy that I did it. Seriously,
what is
best
your
thing
wife?
in my life.
Best thing in your life. What does your wife of 44 years think?
Oh, she loves me now. No, she always loves me. But hi, Chris.
Alejandro grew up in Mexico City,
Christine.
met a woman from New Jersey, fell in love, and the rest is history. Dr. Azer, Alejandro's story is not unusual. For people who have had implants that fall out, that get loose over time, I can't even imagine how frustrating, by the way, to go to the dentist over and over and over. And a lot of your patients that you were seeing, I understand, are told by other dentists, hey, there's nothing we can do. You're kind of stuck in this situation.
Yeah, I mean, there are two reasons why that's being said. Either a patient doesn't have enough bone, which we're trained in our implant center to address these advanced bone loss cases. And another reason why is that patient has an existing implant that the dentist is not aware of what brand the implant is, or they don't have the components to deal with the existing implant. But that's exactly the conversation that happened with me and Alejandro, is that I told him, I can fix this for you, I have the tools, and I think that's the main reason why he decided to do it with us, because it's a one-stop for everything.
And who you go to makes such a big difference, because as we already established, you are a periodontist, you are an implantologist, you are a specialist, which requires extra training that a lot of dentists out there just simply do not have. So what's your advice to someone out there, Dr. Azer, who's in a situation and they're frustrated? Maybe they've had an implant or 2 or 3, it's not going well, and they don't know what to do.
Well, first of all, I would like to start with the people who don't have implants, is to come and schedule a visit with us and get an evaluation on their gum health, because a lot of problems can be prevented if we detect it early on. And then once we evaluate you, we can put you on a maintenance schedule that will hopefully prevent you from needing implants. And then the second population would be those who had implants that are failing or do not have someone to carry on their maintenance, and I'm happy to look at them and then give them my honest opinion.
Okay, and Alejandro, you were telling me that if only you knew Dr. Azer 10 years ago.
15 years ago, because I started having problems. I mean, I've always suffered from periodontitis and stuff like regular people. I mean, but it became like a snowball, and finally I'm glad I got this done. But
it's fixed now.
It is, yeah.
Once and for all. Look at that beautiful smile.
Very happy. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate you.
Alejandro Fuentes,
Yes,
Dr.
sir.
Michel Azer. It's great to see you both. Happy New Year.
Happy New
Thanks
Year.
for having us.
Yes, I wish we had more time. I still have a million questions.
Thank you.
Okay, so in the meantime, the Texas Dental Implant Center does have a special offer for our Houston Life viewers. The first 20 callers will receive a complimentary consultation after a short pre-qualification call. That consultation will include a one-on-one consultation with Dr. Azer and a 3D scan and x-rays, which are a $1,000 value. If you'd like to schedule your appointment, you can call 713-322-5056. You can also visit them online, bestdentalimplantshouston.com. And Houston Life will be right back.